Thinking about moving to Davenport in 2022? Well, in this video, I talk about the pros and cons of living in Davenport. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to my channel, and if this is your first time and you're thinking about moving to anywhere in Central Florida, this is a great resource, so press that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel because we bring you community videos as the one today all throughout Central Florida. Now, if you haven't watched my video on Davenport, make sure that you go ahead and do so. That's where I go a little bit more deep about Davenport schools, hospitals, shopping, dining, everything that there is to know. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover the pros and cons of living in Davenport. So pro number one is the location. Davenport is very centrally located in Central Florida. You actually have three major highways. You have the I-4, you have the 27, and you have the Ronald Reagan Parkway. So it's very easy to kind of get to the city. It's very easily located. So if you look at the map, you can see you can get in and out of the city very easily as compared to Orlando or Kissimmee, where sometimes you could be stuck for hours in the traffic. However, the location of Davenport is as such that you're right in the middle of pretty much everything. You know, if you get on 27, on the other end of it, you have the Claremont area. If you go down 27, then you're going to get through the other suburban, deeper suburban and rural areas of Central Florida area. Now let's get into pro number two of living in Davenport. Pro number two, the lifestyle that Davenport has to offer. Now you are a little bit more rural if you compare that to Orlando or Kissimmee. So if you like nice and quiet areas, then definitely Davenport is that area. Your affordability, as a matter of fact, is a lot more cheaper when you compare to Orlando, Windermere, Winter Garden. However, you know, it's a pro and a con in terms of the distance that you have to travel to other areas. So just keep that in mind. Now, we are also in a short-term Airbnb hub here in Davenport. You get a little bit more bang for your buck. As a matter of fact, I am actually going to show you a community that you can actually get a really brand new house for $300,000 or below. You get a little more bang for your buck. You also have some great communities throughout Davenport area that are either gated or not gated. Now, if you haven't watched my video on Davenport, I suggest that you do that because that's where I go a lot more deep into the schools, hospitals, everything else there is to know about Davenport. So let's talk about the affordability as a pro number three. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you that. So here I am standing right outside one of the newer communities in Davenport. I actually did a video of the house right behind me, which is a 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, about 1,400 some square foot. And this was all under 300,000. So the good thing about Davenport is that the affordability is still there. You actually can buy a 3 bedroom or a 4 bedroom for under 350. So I was actually shooting at the Postner Village, which is just about 3 miles from this specific community. So the affordability is there. It's a little bit rural, so most of the houses also qualify for a USDA loan, which basically is a zero down loan. So if you are looking for a nice house and you are okay with the distance, then Davenport is definitely a community to think about. Now let's talk about the cons of living in Davenport. So the con number one is the location. Now I talked about a pro of location because it's so centrally located within the three highways that I was talking, but that is also a con because you're a little bit further out, you're a little bit more rural, so you have that affordability, you have all the good stuff. But if you want to be right in the middle of everything, then this may not work. But if you are okay with the distance of at least 35 to 45 minutes, you know, the airport is just about 45 minutes. And if you are okay with that distance, then Davenport is definitely a place to kind of consider. And like I mentioned before, all the pros and cons that I'm talking, this is just our perspective. It can change depending upon your family situation, where you would be living. So a pro to me could be a con to you and vice versa. So let's talk about con number 2. So con number 2 is traffic. Like I mentioned, Davenport is kind of located in the middle of the 3 highways. They all kind of lead to Davenport, which is a good thing. But then again, depending upon the time of the day, the traffic could be a little bit of an issue, especially if you're traveling during the peak morning hours or late afternoon, early evening. But then again, every city has that issue. So it really depends upon you, where you are working. And like I mentioned before, the pros and cons are not really pros and cons. It's basically what works for you and your family. Now that leads me to con number 3. Con number 3 is the amenities. Davenport is one of the fastest growing areas right here in Polk County. Davenport is what Kissimmee used to be for Orlando. So if you are looking for a lot of activities for the family that Orlando puts up, or Kissimmee, or Celebration, Davenport is not there yet, but that is not to say that it won't be, because there's so much growth happening, there's so much potential. You still can get a very, very affordable house. And if you want to know more about the schools and everything, or if you just want to watch the whole video of this house, then make sure to check out Orlando Home Show. I hope you're getting value, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. And if you love this pros and cons, make sure to check out the one right here. Until the next video, bye for now. Thank you for watching.